season 2 of Behind the Beauty. I'm your guest, Gigi Jeans, where we talk all things beauty and business. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so excited to introduce my next guest. She is a beautiful woman. She's an entrepreneur, an actress, a fitness influencer, and a content creator. She is from Atlanta. She has Jamaican in her body. Okay. Her name is Mia Honey Lopez. Let's introduce her, guys.
Hi, girl.
I am so excited to interview you.
I feel so privileged to be being interviewed by you.
Because you're just busy.
Very tired, busy.
You have a lot going on.
I do. 2025 has been a year of ascension. And I feel like I'm growing and glowing, and I'm having a slight case of survivor's remorse and also imposter syndrome, because everything that I manifested and prayed for in the last 2 years is finally happening. Mm-hmm. And it scares me because it feels so good to be where I am now.
But it shouldn't scare you, because you planted the seeds.
That's fair.
And they have blossomed, and you are living in it right now.
You're absolutely right. And I love it. Like, I can honestly say so I'm 36 now. I just had my birthday 2 weeks ago. And from the day I turned 35 until 36, everything that I manifested and prayed for has happened. Mm. But I learned how to be obedient. Mm. I learned how to be vulnerable and not to put myself in a box. Mm. And if I did mess up, like, what is that like for me? I just had I have several conversations with myself, talking myself off the ledge, but okay. I told myself, like, you are worthy, you are enough, you are valid. Like, don't let anything or anyone make you feel like you cannot do these things that you assess and want for yourself.
Yeah. So when we first met, you were working at Givenchy.
Yes.
And you were the store director.
Yes.
You were a fashionista. Mm-hmm. You were going to all these events, hosting events, going to fashion show in Paris. How did we go from there to becoming a fitness influencer?
So I've always been in love with fitness, and it's gonna be a really short funny story. I go to Effect Fitness off Metropolitan. I am a cult member of Effect Fitness. Shout out to Dooley. But yeah, I started at Effect, and I just fell in love with the gym. And one day we were getting ready to start boot camp, and I said to myself, and I was on a conference call for work. So the conference call is up. I have my ear pod in my ear. I'm doing boot camp, and I'm looking at the call, but I don't have to respond. And when I got off the call, I was like, I really don't want to do that anymore. I would rather be I'm getting my joy and finding my joy being here and not there. And I said, God, by this time next year, I don't want to do this anymore. Mm. But I didn't know that he was going to take it away from me that fast. I said next year, not a couple of months.
No way.
And by that January, so that happened that October, my regional quit, the VP of sales quit, people that I was close with. And then I ended up getting a regional that was from the pits of hell. And we just didn't get along. Like, one of my friends, Brandy Mallory, passed away. She was a Delta at CAU, but also just really big in the Atlanta community. And my aunt passed away, and they passed away back to back. And when I tried to take off of work, it was, oh, you have to choose. Well, no, I don't actually. So it got to the point where I had to get the CEO involved and HR involved, because I was like, this is against company policies, and I lost it. And normally I was a yes woman when it came to that, because the misogyny, the microaggressions that was within retail, I was always a token Black woman. And you get to the point where you're like, you don't want to mess this up. You don't want to lose your good job. Yeah. So it's just I was trying my hardest to always fit in, always do this, always be, the light for them. And I felt like a show pony, and I felt like a jester. Mm-hmm. So it got to the point where one day I said, you know what? I don't need this anymore. I don't know how I'm going to survive, but y'all all got me messed up. And I just quit. I was done, because it was what the straw that broke the camel's back is the vice president of the company came and said, your team always uses all their PTO. You're the only store that exhausts all your PTO. I said, well, that's what it's here for. He was like, but how can you run a business if you're taking days off? I said, but time balance is really a thing. Time management. I said, you know what? I don't think this is good for the both of us, because mentally and emotionally I had it, and I felt like I gave them so much. I was making them I'm talking about, I had the two of the top clients in the entire company out of the Atlanta location.
Wow.
More than Vegas, more than LA, more than New York. And it felt like the rules for me were not the same for my counterparts, because I was the only Jamaican black girl besides the manager that was in Bal Harbor. But that was it. So it was just, MDD, wherever she was in Miami. But like, it just felt like I just wasn't happy.
Right.
So I told myself I would rather be a street sweeper, and I would rather braid sand and eat volcanic rock than to ever put myself through that again. So I took all my money out of my 401k. Yep. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to be so vulnerable with you. I took everything out. I paid off all of my debt. Because when you pay off all your debt to income ratio, it rises. So my credit score went from a 725 to an 825 because I didn't have any debt. I became debt free, and I said, all right, now that you took all this money out and you took out your savings, what you gonna do? Because you're trying to bet on yourself. And then I landed the show on NBC called Other Summer Games for the Olympics.
What? I didn't even know you did that.
Yeah. It was so much fun with Kevin Hart. So Kevin Hart produced it with Procter & Gamble. What? So we were on NBC, and that was so funny. We did the first season. So I booked that. And then after that, my profile took off, TikTok took off, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. And I just decided to bet on myself. And I said, if I have to live every day paycheck to paycheck in the way, but I have that freedom so that I can create financial freedom, that's what I'm going to do. And 2 years later, and I'm thriving.
2 years. All this in 2 years.
All this in 2 years.
That
was
January
2024.
Went from, I don't know, it looks like 30,000 followers to
404,000.
404
within 2 years.
That is
organically. Because baby, I'm cheap. I'm not paying for no ads and no following. I just can't do it.
No,
I just don't see the value.
You can see your engagement. You can see, the shares. You can see everything. I had no idea you were on a reality show or a TV show.
It was like, you ever seen like Road Rules versus Real World?
Yes.
That's the type of stuff we were doing.
So that was fun.
Yeah, it was challenges. So they took the top creators in Atlanta within their different fields. Like they had the beauty girls. Glamazon Tay?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Tay was on the show with me. That's my baby. Shout out to Tay. I love her. Glamazon Tay was on there. The guy who does, his name is fleeting me right now. I don't know why. Trey, the one who does the suits and stuff like that. He was on there. So we were all competing. Lola, who also is a trainer at Effect. Okay. So we went as the fitness content people. There was food, there was beauty, and then there was fashion. And we all had to do like actual challenges. Me and my partner, we came second.
So when you decided, I'm going to quit my job, I'm going to step out and become an entrepreneur, I'm pulling all my money out, did you have the support of your friends and family?
Yes. It's so funny. Like I've grown like a really good nucleus of people where they've always believed in me and told me I was meant to be more than what I was, or that I wasn't living up to my full potential, that what I was doing was great, but they could see more for me. And the ones that didn't believe in me, I cut them off. Because I had one friend from college or whatever, and she used to make fun of me like, oh, you want to be a content creator. Oh, you're always posting. I just got to mute your stuff. You post too much. And I said, well, at the time, there's 30,000 other people that actually care about my content. So guess what? I promise you, I will never notice if you didn't look, because I hurt my feelings, but that gave me the motivation that I needed. And shout out to my hairstylist, Styles by MD. He's my best friend, Mike. Oh my God. I don't even want to cry.
Your hair is so good.
Thank you. He spent like a couple $100s, went on Fashion Nova and bought me 20 outfits, did my hair for free, and told me that he wanted to see me start my content so that I can start booking deals. Out the kindness of his heart. He did not have to do that. But as my friend, as someone who believes in me, he literally is the catalyst. So I told him, I said, one day when I become a millionaire, I'm going to buy you your own condo.
Aww.
Because I said, I feel like you deserve it. And just the kindness that you've shown to me. And even when I met you, I'm sitting in your chair, you're doing my eyebrows, and I'm just like, I told you, I said, I followed you on Instagram, and I just was like, she's fabulous. I just have to meet her. So I have to book an appointment because I can meet you. And then I ended up seeing you at my store. And it's just, so I think I manifest the people that I want to be around, and I manifest the love and the vibes that I want. So yeah, there were people that didn't believe in me. There are still people that say they do, but they don't. But my actual core, including my mom, they have sipped the honey juice. That is awesome. And so they are all on board with anything that I want to do.
That's good, because a lot of people struggle with the support when they're going in a whole different direction or pivoting, where people say, well, you had, the consistency of the money. You had all of that. Like, why would you want to, do something that's uncertain?
You know what's crazy? And I honestly can sit here and say, like, I felt the same way too. Like, I was so afraid to step out because of the consistency of the money. I was making $200,000 a year. What? And I have no kids in Atlanta. Like, why would I not?
You were
stay?
living like a queen.
I was what? I had a penthouse, 2-bedroom down the street. It would take me 2 minutes to get to work. I never had to worry about anything, but when I say hated it, I hated it. Like, I worked hard because that's just who I am at my core.
Because you're Jamaican.
Yes, very Jamaican. Okay. Will have 3-4 jobs. I put myself through school. I had 3 jobs and put myself through school. So But I didn't want that anymore. I said, we got one life to live. And while you're on this life, do things that make you happy. And like, look what you're doing.
Yeah.
Look at where you were and where you're going.
Yeah.
Look at the seminars you have, and you speak at these beauty conferences. I remember when you came in to buy your shoes and you were getting ready for your conference in Houston.
That was the very first conference.
And what did I tell you? You were going to kill it.
Yeah.
And I said, the shoes, the look,
because I said, girl, I got to be walking around. I need to be comfortable. And you were like, get these shark boots.
Because they don't hurt like the mother shoes. You're going to wear them red bottoms, no offense. You're gonna be, but he tells people those shoes are not made for comfort. But like, look at, you're an inspiration. So when you surround yourself with people that bet on themselves first, like, I just had to, like, what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah,
I have a degree. I can go back and run another multi-million-dollar company, or I can go work at McDonald's, but I don't care because y'all can't judge me. Like, I'm really to the point where money does not move me anymore. It's about the financial freedom you get when you do have money. And for me, it was more about being debt free and not really having finances, because when you're debt free, you can buy anything you want with your credit. You can't buy everything you want when you're liquid.
That's true.
You can't get stuff funded for you. You can go in there with money, but they'll still probably deny you.
Right.
But if you have your credit score together and you don't owe people, and then you own a home and I own property, like, that's how my mind thought. You know what I mean? Like,
so where did the business side, because it seems like you already knew how to do
my mom,
the admin side of your business, because I was gonna go into, how do you handle that? Do you have an accountant? How are you with your taxes?
Girl. So I'm new. So my first year, I was still like working where I was doing like consulting, but still working for somebody. So, I filed it like regular because I was technically an employee my first year as an entrepreneur. This year is the first year where I'm like, oh, okay, I got to do this taxes. Yeah. But so I won't know until, ask me that question the next interview next year.
Okay.
But everything is done through TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. So I get like the tax reports and I just submit that to my tax girl, like moving forward with this. But I'm going to have to write everything off because everything I do, including using my home, is for my business. So when me and my fiance move into our new home together, we're going to have to write off part of like that home, because I own a home. I bought my mom a home in 2019. So when me and my fiance decided we were going to take our relationship seriously, he went off to the military. I moved out of the house that I was renting and moved back with my mom. 1, because it's about discipline.
Yeah.
And 2, it didn't make sense for me to be spending that money when I could be saving up that money for us to have the down payment closing house for our new house. So I manifested that this was going to be my husband. And
okay, so you just got engaged recently. How do you balance your work life and your personal life, or is there a balance?
So I don't think, and you can even speak to this because you're married, but I don't really know if there's ever a balance. I think every day is different, but I'm very intentional with my time, and I will stop anything and anything for him. Like, because he's in the military right now, he's in officer school. He was in basic training for a while. He graduated. Now he's in officer school. It's easy because he's not here, so I'm able to maximize. So every couple of months I'm able to show him, like, look what I've done now, look how I'm progressing. But it's hard in the sense of emotionally, I miss him so much. And I haven't seen him since his graduation in July. I won't see him till October at graduation. So it's just all about the communication. And he truly, like, girl, if I wanted, I told his sister today, shout out to Deja, that's my sister. I said, if I wanted to be a blue crayon, in a Crayola box. He would buy me 55 shades of blue.
Okay.
So I could be the best crayon. And he truly like supports what I do. He lets me be me. He lets me dance. And in the sense of let me, I know people go, oh, yeah, but you're married.
Yeah.
It is let.
Yeah.
Like, and in return, I let him be him.
Yeah.
Because when you're true partners, it's not about a hierarchy. It's about
we're a team.
Yeah. So yes, he does. He lets me do that, and he lets me be okay. And in return,
baby, they're gonna be under them comments like, "Let me."
But you know what? And that's why they're not engaged, and that's why they're not married. I'm sorry, love it, but it really is a let. Yeah. And in return, I let him be him. I don't stifle him. I support him. And sometimes I take the back seat because all last year he supported me. So I told him last night, it's time for me to support you.
Okay.
I've now gotten my foundation, and everything that we're doing for you is going to benefit me. And so it works.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are 3 things? Mm-hmm. This is a segment, you guys, where I start talking about dropping gems with Gigi. And
that's
I asked
cute.
him, you like
can
that?
You get a shirt that says that?
Dropping
Love
gems
it.
with Gigi.
Right.
So what advice would you give someone that wants to be an entrepreneur on what they should do, how they can start?
Well, first,
words of encouragement.
Okay. Well, first, go get that business. Get that LLC. Because even if you don't use it now, you'll always have it. You'll always have your name. You'll have your name of your business. Whether it takes 5 years, 10 years for it to grow, figure out what type of business do you have. Do you want to actually have a consultation business? Do you want to actually sell goods? Like, do the process of that. Figure it out. Set a plan. Then give yourself 30, 60, 90. And give yourself 24 hours in a day. So I don't want to hear something like, oh, I'm working too much. As an entrepreneur, we'll be up, and while you're with your baby, you're still having to answer text messages, calls, whatever. And then also familiarize yourself with social media. It is not going anywhere. It will lead and it will make or break your business. Mm-hmm. And also really work on yourself and your self-esteem, because you got to believe in you. Your business will not be successful, but you have to be in your business. Even if you have money, if you're not in your business and you don't know what's, unfortunately, like with Pinky, she said, I stepped outside of my business and my business started to falter. And it's very true. When you're no longer connected to your business, how can you control the structure that you're building? The infrastructure can crumble because you can't see all the cracks, because you're expecting other people to lead and see your vision, and sometimes they won't. So I've learned that I have to stay true to my vision and have people around me that speak the same language as me, but also give them the identity to where they're working with you and not for you. Because if you treat people like they're working for you, they don't respect you as much, and they're not going to work as hard for you. But if you say this is a collaborative team approach, you will you catch more bees with honey than vinegar. So those are my gems. I'm still learning. The financial part of it too, because the money that I make, I have to immediately, spend to make money. Right. And that part is hard, because I'm like.
So you're constantly investing in yourself.
Girl.
I love that. And I think people don't understand it's a sacrifice. Mm-hmm. People say, oh, you're making this amount of money, but P&L, profit and loss. Okay. We have expenses. So even though that amount of money is coming in, you have overhead and you have things to do. You have your own product line of vitamins.
Yep.
You sold out of them. Are they restocked?
Yes. Oh my gosh. So right now you have to buy them on the actual website, vitastars.com, and you can find it on _Honey Lopez on Instagram. But right now we are sold out on Amazon, and with Amazon we have to.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
Oh, give me some.
You have to literally get it in bulk, because then you ship it to Amazon and then Amazon sources it. So nice. it's a lot that goes into it, and we're a vegan product, so it's vegan, plant-based, and we have low sugar. Okay. So all those things are really important, and I'm getting ready to come out with 4 other lines. Okay. But my main concern right now is getting our home and having a baby. So we are in baby practicing making mode. I love it. So everything else is honestly to the side for me. Okay. Like the family portion is so important to me. Yeah. And I'm working on multitasking, because I do not do well. Like my brain thinks macroly, but when it comes to the micro focus is where I'm constantly being intentional about making sure I'm on time, making sure I take my time, because every time I don't, I break a nail, mess something up, forget something. And it's just like, you got to slow down.
Yeah.
It's going to be there.
Yeah.
And the moment we start rushing, we get flustered. You feel the energy and you don't come in with what you need. So I'm on a holistic journey for sure.
I love that.
Yeah.
So can you tell the people where they can find you? Okay. What are your handles on IG, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube? Where can the people follow you at?
Well, if you want to follow Honey, hey y'all. It is _Honey Lopez on Instagram. On TikTok, it is Journey with Honey Lo, because life is a journey. The same for YouTube, and on Facebook, it is Mia Lopez. That is my name, but I go by Honey, the original OG Honey. And yeah, this was great. You know, I like Gems with Gigi.
Yay, I'm gonna get a shirt made.
Please, I want one. I need a cropped hoodie though.
Oh,
and then you should put your quotes that are on the back.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. See, this is what I do. Consulting.
Okay.
Because you can just put different quotes and those are your different gems, and you can have your top 5 gems that you give people that you live by. That's a part of your DNA, and that's about behind the beauty.
Okay. I like the sound of that. Some merch coming from, Gigi.
And she needs to bring back those brow pencils and the brow wax. Hello. The gloss, whatever it's called. What is
the brow gel?
The brow gel, because baby, I have it. Yes. Don't let her fool you. She is the one, not the two, and she's the OG in the game. Okay?
Oh, thank you, honey. So listen, guys, that concludes this interview. Thanks for watching Behind the Beauty. You guys stay tuned. This is season 2. You can find us at gigibrows.com. You can follow us at Gigi Jeans on Instagram. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Until the next time. Peace.
Bye.